YouTube video. And in today's video, we're talking about the first ever murder trial in the United States. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why were you thinking about this? Such a weird topic. Great question. Well, I'm obsessed with the musical Hamilton. And I was just thinking to myself, what's something involved in Hamilton? And as I was thinking this, I was listening to the song Non-Stop from Hamilton. And you know what it says?
Gentlemen of the jury, I'm curious, bear with me. Are you aware that we're making history? This is the first murder trial of our brand new nation.
Now, if you were listening, you might have noticed it says, this is the first murder trial of our brand new nation. I was like, what was that murder trial? I dug into it, and it's pretty interesting. Now, I understand that's long enough of an intro, so let's get into this week's video. Finally, let's crack into this case. First ever murder trial to happen in the United States was for a man named Levi Weeks, which no thing would give me an exact age, but apparently he was around 22 to 23. Now, Levi Weeks was being accused of murdering a 22-year-old woman named Gulielmin Elma Sands. She went by Elma Sands, and I'm so sorry for butchering her name. This murder supposedly happened in Manhattan, New York. Levi was being accused of murdering her and disposing of the body in a well. Have we learned nothing? Have we learned nothing? Do not throw bodies in wells. It's disgusting. People drink from that water, especially during this time, which this is the first murder trial of the United States. So, I guess he really didn't have time to think that one through. On December 22, 1799, that makes me feel old. Young. That makes me feel young. Something's wrong with me. Elma went missing after planning a secret marriage with Levi. That's insane. Just imagine you're like, I'm gonna marry him anyway. And then you die the very next day. Not the best thing. Her body was then found January 2nd, 1800. So they found her body pretty quick for not having that much technology. And there was some speculation of her being pregnant during this time. But this was later disproved during her examination. Don't know what you would call that. Would that be like an autopsy? No, that's food, isn't it? It was disproved. The trial was on March 31st and April 1st, 1800s. And Levi Weeks' prominent attorneys, meaning his main attorneys, were Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr, sir, and last and least, Henry Brockholst Livingston. Never heard of him, but must have been good. The prosecution's witness stated they saw Elma next to Levi standing near a well that was the very same well she was found in. I mean, I feel like after that, it should have just been, guilty. But let the prosecution speak. However, the defense witnesses stated he was elsewhere and not anywhere near Elma Sands that night. Which, to be honest, that means that he had to have ditched her. He just didn't show up. Which, honestly, I would have just admitted to the murder then. Because that at least means I showed up to the place. I didn't just ghost her. Either way, he sounds not the best, to be honest. Sorry, I'm a little sick right now. After doing much research, they actually found Levi Weeks not guilty. I feel like they had the proof and they just didn't use it. Stating that the defense did not have enough evidence to show him guilty. That really piques my interest. Because they only deliberated for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's insane. Just imagine, look, okay, ready? he was elsewhere. He was nowhere near Alma. No, he was right next to her on that well. Let me think. Not guilty. Like, what in the world? Just imagine that. That's insane. Absurd, to be honest. Which this seems too little time for a murder trial. So there's truly no telling if Levi got away with the murder or was just an innocent man convicted for the wrong crime. Because his other crime would be ghosting her. Not showing up to the well. So either way, I feel like there was a little bit of blood on his hands, you know? Because if he would have shown up to that well, maybe she wouldn't have died. And if he wouldn't have pushed her in that well, maybe she would have lived, you know? That's pretty much all there really is on this. Honestly, I've done so much research on this, and there's like 3 websites that say he was found guilty, and there's like 6 that say he wasn't. So I just took chances. So if you find other research, I would love for you to put that in the comments below. But from what I found, he was not guilty.